Indie games have been blowing up as of recently. Games like Palworld, Undertale, Terraria, Raft, and now Schedule 1 are killing it in the game scene. This is a nice breath of fresh air, seeing small teams or even single individuals making games that are more fun than just the slop that publishers have been putting out. But with that comes jealousy from these bigger corporations that can't handle that they got blown out of the water by a small indie studio. We saw this September of last year when Nintendo tried to sue Palworld for being too similar to Pokemon. It is pretty obvious that Palworld had inspirations from shows like Pokemon. But what we are going to talk about today is a case of a big-time publishing company that clearly got jealous of a singular man. Schedule 1 was made by Tyler, a small game developer based out of Sydney, Australia. His game is a drug dealer simulator with a bunch of fun mechanics. It allows you to craft your own strain of drugs. The way you do this in the game is mixing normal drugs with a bunch of crazy items that you can get from the gas station. The game was made all by himself, besides the music and art within the game. Schedule 1 would end up blowing up with the help of TikTok, as well as other creators playing the game, such as people like Queso.
Jesse, how you doing this morning? You doing good, Jesse? Yo, Jesse, I got some good news and bad news. The good news is we're about to start selling some crazy stuff. Bad news is we're about to start selling some crazy stuff. Okay? So I'm gonna be at your doorstep here in a few hours, okay?
As of recording this, Schedule 1 has over 204,000 players playing, which is way over the average for games on Steam. These impressive numbers would get the attention of a game developer and publisher company called MovieGamesSA. They would see the success Tyler was having and became enraged due to the fact they released a drug dealer simulator years prior and didn't even get a quarter of the attention Schedule 1 was getting. They could not face the fact that their game was not as good. This would lead to them deciding that a lawsuit was justified. They are currently in the process of seeing if there's any violations, and from what I've seen, there is absolutely none. These games are not similar whatsoever. They have completely different game mechanics. The only similarity that they have is they're both drug-dealing games. There are so many games like this, and all that MovieGamesSA is trying to do is take out the competition. This would rightfully enrage fans of Schedule 1, which would cause Drug Dealer Simulator to get review bombed on Steam. They would get reviews such as, "Going after an indie dev for releasing a more successful game with a similar idea is absolutely criminal. This game is dog water. Buy Schedule 1 instead of DDS1 or 2 any day of the week. Game so bad that I completely forgot it existed till Schedule 1 came out. Play Schedule 1 instead, lol. This game just felt janky to play. Game is literally slop. If you sue Schedule 1, it's because you can feel how bad you failed in comparison. 0 out of 10. Don't buy anything from these noobs. LMAO, investigating a lone indie dev for making a superior game is laughable. Like, instead of trying to really improve your game, your first reaction was to bust out the lawyers. Pathetic. Absolutely embarrassing. You saw someone doing your job better than you ever could solo, no budget, no marketing team, no safety net, and your fragile little ego just couldn't take it. So you whipped out the lawyers like they're a damn trap card, thinking that you could activate them in response to getting absolutely obliterated by someone who actually gives a shit about making good games. Thinking that'll erase the fact that one person cooked your whole $1 million studio with a passion project. You're not defending your IP, you're defending your insecurity. You're not protecting your brand, you're shielding your mediocrity from public exposure, and you're failing at even that. Imagine getting your ass handed to you by one person with passion and vision, and thinking the right move is to cry to your legal team instead. That's not business, that's cowardice in a suit. I really wanted to like Drug Dealer Simulator 2. After the first game, I had high hopes, more depth, co-op mode, maybe some innovation in the gameplay. Instead, we got a clunky, buggy mess that feels more like an early prototype than a polished release. But what's worse, the devs seem more interested in accusing Schedule 1 of copying them than actually fixing their own game. Let's break this down. UI, newsflash, everyone's using basic inventory grids and crafting trees. That's not innovation. That's standard UI design. Mechanics, what exactly are you claiming as yours? Making drugs? Selling drugs? Managing operations? Those mechanics exist in tycoon games, Breaking Bad, and crime sims long before your franchise. Plot, the whole start small and build a drug empire trope isn't exactly original. You didn't invent it. Hell, half the drug movies and shows from the past 20 years have used that arc. Now you're allegedly trying to throw the legal shade at Schedule 1, a game made by one guy that frankly plays better, looks better, and respects players' time more than this buggy sequel ever did. Maybe instead of pointing fingers, focus on polishing your game, fixing the janky controls, improving the performance, and delivering something actually new. They were also getting a lot of negative feedback and justified hate on Twitter. This all got so bad to the point that MovieGamesSA had to make a response on Twitter. Dear gamers, we'd like to address the Schedule 1/drug dealer simulator situation and share some facts. 1. There is no lawsuit. 2. It is not our intention to prevent TVGS from selling or developing their game. 3. There is an investigation into the nature of similarities between the game, since a preliminary legal analysis indicated there might have been an infringement. 4. The analysis and investigation were necessary. In the light of repeating opinions that the games are very similar, by not investigating it, Movie Games, being a publicly traded company, could face severe consequences for negligence. 5. The above was communicated only via ESPI, a stock market communication system, where we are obligated to publish such information for full transparency. Not posting it would also be a case of negligence. From there, it was picked up by the media and in some cases wrongfully reported as a lawsuit. 6. The above is handled only by Movie Games, the publisher, not Byte Runners, the developer of Drug Dealer Simulator. The developer is not involved in it whatsoever. There is no ill will towards TVGS. We even mailed them best wishes shortly before the release, when the game was already huge, but before the investigation was deemed necessary. However, we are obligated to perform this investigation and act accordingly to the scope of the infringement if it is confirmed, and inform the public about it via ESPI. Best wishes, Movie Games. And to make things even worse, the actual developer behind Drug Dealer Simulator would come out and say that he had no involvement in the lawsuit, and that Movie Games SA made the decision without them. Dear fans, in light of the legal investigation controversy taking place between our publisher, Movie Games, and Schedule 1, here's our official statement regarding the situation. In the light of the recent Movie Games vs. Schedule 1 legal investigation controversy, I would like to state that we, Byte Runners, the developer studio behind Drug Dealer Simulator series, do not have any ill intentions towards neither Schedule 1, TVGS, or the game community. Actions taken by our publisher, Movie Games SA, are part of their internal policy and business interests, which we have no influence over. We were not informed about their plans and are also surprised by this course of action. We are currently in talks with Movie Games on the matter. For now, we do not want to publicly neither condone nor approve the actions before these talks come to any conclusions. We would like to ask everyone on both DDS and Schedule 1 communities to be patient and not spread unnecessary negativity or misinformation. We congratulate the success of Schedule 1 to TVGS and would like every gamer to enjoy and support any game they choose. Our main focus as the dev team is improving the DDS IP, which also includes learning on the Schedule 1 massive success. I honestly just think the publishing company was money and clout hungry and they just wanted all the attention Schedule 1 was getting. But I think that's about it for today's video. Drop a comment with your own opinion. You should also join the Discord if you haven't already. We host art contests there, and now we are even doing movie nights. It's also a place where you can get notifications every time I upload or start a live. We usually play games like Schedule 1 on live, but sometimes we'll do some drama stuff. Let's see our plants grow. Look at them. Bro, why is there a dead guy in the house again?
Agent keeps killing people.
Yeah, the cops are outside. I hear it. Oh, shit.
What?
They're pulling up on us. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Peace.